Today, we will be kicking off season number 1 of the Golden State Warriors, MyNBA franchise, here on NBA 2K25. In the last episode, we met the team and we set the stage and foundation for this series. I appreciate all the support I got on the first episode, and I appreciate the patience waiting for episode 2 to come. There's been a good reason why this episode has been long in the works, and that's because I've been doing a lot behind the scenes to truly get this series started. Throughout the past few days, I've been doing a lot of testing to try to figure out the best settings and sliders for the series, specifically relating to player progression. I've done 5 to 10 year simulations into the future and have tried to make player progression as realistic and authentic as possible. I think the problem with 2K in the past is that player progression has been too predictable, but as you'll see, that's not the case here in this series. Matas Buzelis will be our example. In this first simulation, he never was better than a 79. He ended up becoming a bust. In a different simulation with nearly identical sliders, he became a 90 overall. Most improved player in his 3rd season. All-NBA in his 4th season. Multi-time All-NBA selection along with an All-Star nod at just 25 years old. The idea is that players can possibly become busts. Players can possibly become stars. There's an unpredictability factor to it, which is what I wanted to do different than the past. Along with player progression, here are some of the other settings I tinkered with. So the CPU is going to be more eager to re-sign their players. I feel like that's not always the case. Now it is. Morale is more important than ever. Team chemistry is more important than ever. And I completely overhauled the contract system to where there's not going to be 85 overall players in free agency. The salary cap will be inflated. Remember when Mike Conley signed the largest contract in NBA history about 8 or 9 years ago? Well, now the largest contract in league history has doubled. And I want that to be the case again 8, 9, 10 years into the future. I'm going to make a full video within the coming days detailing my settings, sliders, and testing. But for those of you who would like to download this, you should go to 2K, Share, Setups, and Scenarios. From there, create a new save file. And if you want to download all of my settings rather than putting it in the game manually yourself, you should type in my PSN, and it's called Best MyNBA Settings in all caps. And all of the settings that I just showed will already be here. So from there, you'll download this. It'll ask if you want to go to Team Select. Click No, and then you'll go to this screen, choose all the settings you want. Make sure Custom Roster is on. That way you can download my custom roster. Same PSN. It's called Best MyNBA Roster in all caps. And then from there, you can pick your team and you can get started. Again, I'm going to make a full video detailing all of the settings within the next couple of days. But if you'd like to download it now, that's how you do it. So now let's talk about the start of the season here for our Golden State Warriors. We're going to go through the first few weeks leading up to the in-season tournament, which I'm excited to go into within the next episode. Obviously, we went into detail about this roster. It's certainly an interesting team. We have a lot of long-term flexibility in terms of, do we want to get a second star with Steph and Curry? Do we want to look to rebuild? It's certainly an awkward position the team is in, and I'm excited to see how this season goes and ultimately propels our decision. This is what the lineup is going to look like to open up the year. We are going to set our starting lineup, though, based on matchups. So even though Buddy Hield right now is the 2 and Kevon Looney is the 5, that may change depending on who we're going to be playing against. If we want more of a defensive-minded 2, we can go with DeAnthony Melton. If we're facing off a really good team and one of our best players on the floor, maybe Brandon Pajemski gets the start. If we're playing against a smaller team, maybe Draymond Green starts at the 5 and we add Andrew Wiggins to the starting lineup. There's a lot of flexibility with this team because everybody is short. Nobody on this roster is taller than 6'9". Let's now highlight our opening night opponent, the Portland Trail Blazers, and obviously there's a little bit of irony to the fact that we're starting the year against the Blazers because they were our franchise team last year. We just went through a full series with Scoot Henderson and Shaedon Sharpe, and now we get to see him again. Unlike us, the Blazers are a taller team. They're going with a 2 big lineup to start the year. Rob Will and DeAndre Ayton with the 1s, along with the new acquisition, Denny Avdia, and a talented bench with Anthony Simons, Jeremy Grant, and the rookie out of UConn, Donovan Clingan. It's good to be back in Portland, where we just had a very successful series on NBA 2K24. We get to see Shaedon Sharpe and Scoot Henderson again. A return for new Warriors general manager Darius Springer. who obviously was a legend here in Portland, helping lead the Blazers to numerous NBA titles. Let's take a look at your starting lineups tonight. For the Warriors, it'll be Curry, Hield, Kuminga, Green, and Looney. And there is head coach Steve Kerr on the bench in his 11th NBA season as the head coach of the Golden State Warriors. For the Blazers, it'll be Scoot, Sharp, Avdia, Williams, and the man in the middle, DeAndre Ayton. And with that, let's get Season 1 of the Golden State Warriors franchise underway. Immediately, Scoot Henderson is intercepted by Kuminga. He gets it to Curry on the other end. Layup is good, and the Warriors are on the board first. The best offense is good defense, and Curry takes advantage of the Kuminga steal. 2-0 lead. The Time Lord, Robert Williams, gets it over to DeAndre Ayton, who takes advantage of the mismatch. They were able to get the Warriors to have to switch, forcing Curry on Ayton, leading to the easy bucket. Buddy Hield with it. The free agent signing in with the layup and the foul! And one for Buddy Bucket, and it's a 5-2 Warrior lead. Scoot Henderson, the second-year guard, gets it to Denny Avdia, slicing his way into the lane, and he is in for the layup as it's 5-4. Here's Curry with it, gets it over to Draymond Green. Draymond on the drive with the slam, showing some authority. And Draymond Green is on the board for the first time today. It's now 7-4. Curry brings it up. Curry, step back from the parking lot. Got it! Quick start for Steph and Curry. He's got 5 points. He has scored and assisted on each of the Warriors' first 10 tonight as he hands it off for Kevon Looney. He gets the double. Draymond, Curry, wide open. And that one rattles in. Good ball movement there by Golden State. Great passing by the Warriors. And it's 13-6 as Scoot Henderson bullies Curry inside. Scoot Henderson is faster and stronger than Steph, and he knows it, as it's now 15-9. Avdia inside for Shaedon Sharp. That one is good, and it's 15-11. The Blazers looking to keep up in what has been a red-hot start offensively for Golden State. Avdia with the fake. Layup is good over Curry, and it's 15-13. Now we're tied. Curry throws it off of Ayton's back, and he ends up with the steal. Out to Sharp on the other end. Shaedon Sharp inside with the layup for the lead, and Golden State has to call time. The Warriors started this game 6 of 7, but since then, they've had 5 consecutive possessions without scoring. Looking to end the drought, it's Green, hands it off to Curry. Dribble handoff, layup is good, and fittingly it is Steph who stops the drought for the Warriors. He's already in the double figures with 10. That one is no good from Draymond Green, trying to bully Shaedon Sharp inside, but it doesn't work. Out to Scoot Henderson, inside for the Time Lord, Robert Williams III. And he is in for the slam. 17-19 now. Draymond on the drive, blocked at the rim. It's Denny Avdia with the denial. Here comes Portland on the other end. Shaedon Sharp with it. That one is tipped and stolen away by Curry. Curry lobs it for Draymond. And the Warriors tie it at 19. A great play by Steph to get the steal. Take it all the way, and Draymond is there with a little rack attack. 21-19 now. Curry with it, hoping somebody gets open with a little over 2 to go in the first. Looks to drive left side. Over to Kevon Looney, who is in for the dunk. Now we're tied at 21. Anthony Simons into the game. We know he is electric. This is someone who can get hot on a dime. And Inferno is quick to score as he hits the corner mid-range. As good as he is on offense, though, he's not great on defense. And look who he's guarding. It's lunchtime for Stephen Curry as he hits the mid-range jumper and now has 12. Tied at 23. Simons off the screen. Pull-up jumper is good. And the Blazers are back ahead. That'll bring us to the following possession. Curry looks to respond. Pull-up jumper of his own, and that one is good. Steph now with 14, and we're tied at 25. Simons and Steph trading punches here late in the first quarter as Simons misses the 3. But Donovan Clingan, the rookie out of UConn, is there with the putback. His first NBA bucket, and now there he is with the denial. Clayton Kahn with the block on Trace Jackson Davis. And on the other end, it's Grant. Sharp, top of the key, 3 is good. And the Trailblazers are up by 5. Here comes Curry with it on the drive, guarded by Simons, over to Andrew Wiggins. And Wiggins is in with the and one slam! A big momentum boost for the Warriors. It seemed like Portland had a few highlight plays in a row. And Golden State is quick to respond. Air Wiggins dunks on both Sharp and Clingan. The bench, as you can see, is fired up. But unfortunately, he would miss the free throw, and it remains a 3-point game as Jeremy Grant misses the layup. Good contest by Kuminga. Waning seconds of the first quarter. It's Curry with it. On the drive, gets it to Podziemski. He's going to have to shoot this one at the buzzer for the tie! Brandon Podziemski knots this one up at 30. A very exciting end of the first quarter. No shortage of thrilling highlights so far here in Portland. We are knotted up at 30 apiece going into the second. Curry now out of the game. Let's see if these secondary scorers can step up. Look at the mismatch for the Blazers. It's Ayton with the dunk over Brandon Podziemski. Once we saw that matchup, I think we kind of knew that possession was just about over. Simons guarded by Melton. Nice play. D'Anthony Melton was with him the entire possession, but Simons is able to break loose right at the end for the layup. Anderson's doubled over to Podziemski. Hands it off for Andrew Wiggins for three, and that one rattles in. Once we knew the big was doubled, we figured somebody has to be open on the perimeter. Really did not do a good job of getting Wiggins open, but he still hits the shot as Draymond is in for the dunk, and the Warriors take the lead. Normally, Draymond is punching people, but today he's punching in dunks. All three of his field goals coming off of the slam. Lead is short-lived, though, as Anthony Simons makes the floater. 35-36. Here's Brandon Podziemski with it. Throws it up. It's good with the foul. And one for Podziemski. And Golden State takes the lead, but they would miss the free throw again. And the Blazers are right back on top. Good cut off the ball by DeAndre Ayton on the baseline inbound. 38-37. Curry back in the game, looking for space on the right wing. And that one is good. 17 for Steph, as it's 42-40. Kuminga gets his chain snatched at the rim by Williams, who is stolen by Hield, who gets called for the backcourt violation. That was quite the sequence there. Blazers would score one on the following possession as D'Anthony Melton is in with the layup off the assist by Kyle Anderson. The two free agent acquisitions connecting, bringing the lead within one. Avdia quickly on the other end is there with the layup, and Portland is back up by three. Avdia 3 for 3 from the field so far. Kuminga, Curry, contested three is good. Another triple for Stephen Curry. He now has 20, and we're knotted up at 45. Trayce Jackson-Davis gets it over to Curry on the drive. That one is good, and one. Simons is called for the foul. They cannot stop Stephen Curry. They can only hope to contain him, and they're failing at that too. Here is Shaedon Sharpe, gets the layup with Curry smothering him. I'm honestly surprised they didn't call a foul there. 48-47, 3 to go in the half. Curry tries to lob it up for Kuminga. He's unsuccessful. Portland on the other end for the lead. Simons tries to lob it for Sharpe, and he also is unsuccessful. Both teams going for style points, and it fails for each of them. Remains 48-47. Nice play there by Simons. His ability to play on the ball and off the ball is why he is such a special talent offensively, this time off the assist. Nice dish there from Curry over to Trayce Jackson-Davis, the big man in his second year from Indiana University, in for the slam. 51-50. Simons with it. Launches that one up and in. 3-point lead for the Blazers. He's got 14 points on really efficient shooting. Here is Melton for three, and the tie. That one is no good. Draymond tips it back to himself, and Golden State gets another opportunity. Into the hands of who else but Wardell, Stephen Curry the second. Layup is good. He's now got 25. And it is a 1-point game here. Shot clock unplugged. Portland looking for the last possession here in the first half. Anthony Simons with it on the drive, smothered by Curry. Ayton, Williams, Avdia throws it up. Bang! Denny Avdia for three, and that'll wrap up the first half. Full court heave from Curry is nearly in, and that'll wrap up what has been an exciting first half thus far. 56-52 in favor of the Blazers. A lot of people might be wondering why we're losing to Portland. This was one of the worst teams in the NBA last year, but they have gotten drastically better. Healthy Robert Williams, the addition of Denny Avdia, the addition of Donovan Clingan, and an offseason of development for their two young guards. This is certainly not a team to sleep on, and they're showing it here early. Kuminga, mama! There goes that man! Jonathan Kuminga with the poster over Denny Avdia. Somebody give him a manual. 58-54. Here is Scoot, guarded by Steph and Curry. Off the screen, Scoot, top of the key, three is good. 7-point lead for Portland, I believe their biggest lead of the entire game. Curry with it on the drive. That one is intercepted. Anthony Simons running with the ones here in the third quarter. Simons off the dribble, pull up three is good. 10-point lead all of a sudden for the Blazers, and the Warriors got to respond. Back-to-back triples for Portland. Golden State has to score on this possession, and they do. A pick-and-roll dunk from Andrew Wiggins. 56-66. Another must-score possession for the Dubs. Buddy Hield, layup with the foul. Another and one for Buddy Buckets. It is an 8-point game, 58-66. Hield, open three, is good. Do not leave Buddy Hield open from deep because he will make you pay. Golden State only down by 7 now, doing a good job of bringing themselves back into the game as Pods is in for the layup. It's now a 5-point game, 68-63. The Time Lord, Robert Williams, hands it off for Shaedon Sharpe. Nice move by Sharpe. He is in for the layup, and it is a 7-point lead once again. Moses Moody in the game. He gets it to Draymond Green, looking for another slam. All of his points have still come off of dunks. Draymond looks like he's 25 years old, the way he's moving around and jumping so far. Moses Moody off the screen, hits the mid-ranger, his first points of the year. 74-67, 3.5 to go in the third. Moody on the drive. That one is good. Another impressive basket for Moses Moody. 5-point lead. Here is Avdia in the corner, guarded by DeAnthony Melton, one of the better perimeter defenders on this team. But Avdia is in for the and one. Denny's having himself a really efficient debut here with the Blazers. Stephen Curry back in the game. Jumper no good, but Trace Jackson Davis is there with the rebound and the putback. 6-point game. Curry scoreless so far in the third. Gets it over to Andrew Wiggins on the drive. Layup is good. Wiggins has been pretty solid off the bench, giving Golden State a nice spark. 77-73. Avdia denied at the rim by TJD. Trace Jackson Davis on the other end. Wiggins, Melton, bang! Drills for three. We are within one. 77-76. Big layup from Scoot Henderson. Portland needed that one pretty badly, as now they're giving up a big run. 3-point game. Here's Curry with it. Quick jumper. That one is good. And Steph Curry is finally on the board here in the third quarter. Took him nearly 9 minutes as Clenyon is snuffed at the rim by Trace Jackson Davis. Warriors down by 1 can take the lead. Curry way downtown. Bang! The Warriors take the lead. It would be short-lived. Portland ties it here at 81. And Golden State now has one more opportunity before the end of the third quarter to get this lead back. Curry in takeover mode. Curry for three. And it is good! A shooter's touch for Stephen Curry. He scores the last 8 points of the third for the Warriors. And Golden State, who is down by as many as 10 in this quarter, have taken the lead. 84-81 going into the fourth. Now we've got to see if they can hang on. Simons quickly ties it for the Trailblazers. Left wing three is good. We're knotted up at 84. Following Portland possession. Simons with it again, guarded by Hield. Jumper is good. Simons has been the best scorer for the Blazers tonight. He has been fantastic. 88-84. Portland on a 7-0 run to start the fourth. And fittingly, it's Steph Curry who stops the drought for the Warriors. 3 consecutive triples to fall for Curry, and it's a 1-point game. Kuminga, jumper for the lead. That one is off the mark. But Looney is there with the rebound, the putback, and he gets the foul on Avdia. And one for the lead for the big man, Kevon Looney. Blazers back ahead, though, 92-89. Curry, no good. Nice defense by the Trailblazers. On the other end, Toumani Camara inside for Jeremy Grant, who sends that one down. Portland has dominated the first few minutes of the fourth quarter. They lead by 5. Kuminga with it. Only 4 points for him today. Quiet game, but he is in for the and one. Golden State has done a phenomenal job of scoring in contact tonight, and it is a 2-point game following the 3 throw from Kuminga. Here is Ayton out to Sharpe. Left wing 3 is good. Portland gets their 3 points back. They're up by 5. Curry thinks about the shot, doesn't take. Over to Jonathan Kuminga. Back out to Curry. Why are you leaving him even the littlest bit open? Because he will make you pay. 39 points now for Stephen Curry. 98-95 with under 5 minutes to go. Grab your popcorn. We're going to be looking at quite the ending. Scoot Henderson, turnaround triple over Podziemski will fall. 6-point lead now for the Trailblazers. Here comes Podziemski on the drive. Curry open again. It's good! Why are they leaving Curry with all this space? He's going to make the shot. If you're not going to cover him tightly man-to-man, at least have a spy waiting for him. Curry nearly steals it. He's lucky that Henderson missed the three because he was open. And now here comes the Warriors in transition. Draymond Green with it. Backs down on Scoot. And Draymond makes the layup, taking advantage of his size and physicality. Lead is within one. Golden State now looking to take the lead. Here's Wiggins with a wide open path to the basket. In for the slam. And Golden State is ahead. 102-101, under 2.5 to go. Shaedon Sharpe pull-up jumper. Rattles out. Rebound by Trayce Jackson-Davis, who's closing this game with the starters. Wiggins from the parking lot. It's good. Deep three for Andrew Wiggins. 4-point game now in favor of the Warriors. Ayton misses despite the noticeable size advantage. Draymond with it. Out to Kuminga. Pump fake. Layup is good. And Jonathan Kuminga puts the Warriors up by 6. Golden State has all the momentum now with under a minute to go, and Portland's in trouble. They have to score here or else they're pretty much screwed. Lob for Grant is off the mark. Ends up in the hands of Draymond Green. Here comes Golden State. Podziemski out to Kuminga. On the drive, it's ripped away and stolen by Grant. Portland with new life. Jeremy Grant on the drive. Layup is good. And the Blazers finally stop their scoreless drought. They're not going to foul Curry yet. He's not going to look to score, though. Waiting for Portland to foul him. He draws the double, though. He will pass out of it to Kuminga, and that's when they're going to foul. They did not want Stephen Curry shooting the free throws because everybody on this team, other than Curry, has not shot well at the line tonight. And sure enough, Brendan Podziemski misses the first one. Second one for Pods is also no good. So Podziemski goes 0 for 2 at the line. Lead remains at 4. Jeremy Grant with it. Floater is good, and now we are within 2. The good news is we can inbound it to Curry, and since we're already in the bonus, he'll get fouled and he'll shoot the free throws. He's really the only guy we trust at this point to ice the game. First one for Steph is good. He is up to 43 points, not to mention he's got 10 dimes as well. Second is good, so he goes 2 for 2. It is a 4-point game, and the Blazers are going to have to use a timeout. So from there, we're going to bring in our defensive lineup, which basically is the ones. But instead of Podziemski, we're going to have Melton in, and Trayce Jackson-Davis will stay at the 5 over Kevon Looney, because I think Trayce Jackson-Davis has played an outstanding game defensively and on the boards. Portland's got to score here. Robert Williams on the inbound, gets it over to Scoot Henderson in the corner. Henderson for 3. That one is off the mark. Green with the rebound, quickly hands it off to Curry. He is fouled by Sharpe, and these 2 free throws can essentially ice the game for Golden State. First one for Steph, nothing but net. 5-point lead for the Warriors. Second one now for Curry is good as well. He's up to 46 points here on opening night, and it is a 6-point game with under 12 to go. Portland now hoping for a miracle at this point. Grant for 3. It is good! A lucky bounce for Jeremy Grant. It's a 1-score game. I guess it's not over yet. And Curry is fouled by Scoot Henderson. Both of them with words for each other. Of course, Scoot and Curry have worked out a lot over the past couple of years. Curry, a big mentor for Scoot Henderson. And now Curry looks to ice the game. All he's got to do is make one. First is good. 4-point lead with under 5 seconds to go, and I think any chance Portland had of winning this game is now down the toilet. Second is good for Curry. He is up to 48 on the night. Portland's going to have to throw this one up. Scoot is no good, and that'll do it. The Warriors win an opening night nail-biter, 113-108 over the Trailblazers. An impressive come-from-behind win by Golden State. We were down by as many as 10 in the second half. But who else but Stephen Curry to lead the comeback? He caught fire at the end of the third quarter. He was excellent in the fourth. And the thing with Curry, it's not like outside of that late third quarter, he didn't have many runs. He was just hot the entire game. 48 points, 10 assists, excellent shooting from the field, excellent from three. But I still think we need more from the guys around him. I thought Wiggins played a good game. Draymond played well. Trace Jackson-Davis was outstanding. But these young guys got to play better. Kuminga and Podziemski combining to go 7 of 23 from the field and 1 of 6 from deep. That's not going to cut it. As for the Blazers, Anthony Simons led the way with 28. The Blazers' management of player minutes really didn't make much sense to me. Jeremy Grant, for instance, played 5 minutes in the first half, yet they had him in the entire fourth quarter, and he was their closer. He was the guy they were giving the ball to down the stretch. Not that he's worthy of that, but Anthony Simons was hot all night. I don't know why he wasn't in down the stretch and why they staggered their minutes so much. It was very odd to me how certain players were in at 10 minutes at a time and then didn't play for another 10 minutes. It was just kind of weird, and I feel like if they had managed that better, they possibly could have won. So with that, we're going to simulate to this matchup against the Celtics, a team we have history with. I want to see how we match up against the defending champs. So we've got 6 games coming up. Honestly, not that hard of a schedule. The Jazz, Clippers, Pelicans twice, Rockets, and Wizards. If we don't go with the very worst 3-3 here, I'd have some questions. We're getting some trade offers for guys like Kuminga and Podziemski. Obviously, I'm not interested. Andrew Wiggins, bruised hip. He'll be out for around a week or two, so he'll be out in the game against the Celtics. And we're also not going to have Kyle Anderson, who sprained his knee. So we do end up going 3-3. Could have been worse. High-scoring affair here against the Utah Jazz, a game that ended up going into overtime. Steph Curry's back at it again. He had 37, but this time instead of 2 other players in the double figures, we had 8. We did go on a 3-game losing streak there, but otherwise we played pretty well. I think we used a different starting lineup in every game. I'm trying to mix and match different lineups to see what works. Basically, everybody on our team has started at least once at this point, and this is what we're going to rock with for the game against the Celtics. I want our best players on the floor together as much as possible because the Celtics have a great starting lineup, but their depth is a little bit lackluster. They do have some good players on the bench. Peyton Pritchard, Al Horford will play. He's been banged up. But obviously the big threats on this team are the starters. 5 players, all above 88 overall. One of the most balanced starting lineups in recent NBA history. It's no secret as to why these Celtics tore through the playoffs last year with the longest series they had going 5 games and will be the favorites to win the title again this year. But obviously this Boston team has gone through their ups and downs. Of course, they lost in the finals a few years ago in 2022 against the Golden State Warriors, the most recent championship for the Dubs. So obviously these two teams have a lot of history, and I feel like the Celtics might still be out for a little bit of revenge, which isn't ideal considering they already are the best team in the league. We don't need to play against them now with a chip on their shoulder, but it still should be a fun matchup and a good gauge to see where this Warriors team stacks up against the NBA's best. As Porzingis wins the tip, obviously, I mean, he is 6 inches taller than Kevon Looney, for Christ's sake. Drew Holiday, top of the key, 3 rattles in, and the Celtics are on the board first. Drew Holiday from beyond the arc, the 2-time NBA champion. Podziemski out to Curry, contested 3. That one is good, nothing but net. I'm really curious to see how Steph does facing off against Drew Holiday in his individual matchup, one of the best defending guards in the NBA. Jaylen Brown off the screen, hits the 3 for the Celtics, and they're back ahead, 6-3. Podziemski has it poked away. Derek White tries to get it, but Podziemski holds on. Good recovery, and he'll take it all the way himself for the layup. Nice play there by Podziemski, getting the start here. He started in a couple games throughout this season so far, is at 6'5". Derek White throws it down, not necessarily known for his athleticism, but as you can see, he can get up there. He's got some bunnies. Curry, open 3. That one is good. And Steph Curry's picking up right where he left off. Even facing off against the best defensive backcourt in the league, he's having no issues. Curry inside. Draymond, layup is good. And the Warriors are ahead. It's now 11-10. Jaylen Brown with it in the corner for Drew Holiday. He's guarded by Steph. Out to Brown. Gets it to Jason Tatum for 3. That one is good. The leading scorer on the Celtics title team a year ago. And it's 14-11. Derek White now gets some space, hurls up a 3, and that one rattles in. Boston ahead by 6, and Golden State's going to have to call a timeout. Kuminga, pump fake, gets it over to Steph Curry. When in doubt, let Curry end the drought. Step back, jumper is good, it's a long 2. He's already got 8. 17-13. Jason Tatum with it on the drive. Kuminga switches. Trace Jackson-Davis now on Tatum. And Jason Tatum just out-muscles him. He wanted that one more. 8-point game. Here is Curry with it. Out to Jonathan Kuminga. Kuminga nearly loses it. Gets it back. Out to Moody. And that one is good. Moses Moody for 3. 5-point game now. 21-16 with 2.5 to go in the first. Tatum with it, with space. Right wing 3 is good. Another thing that makes this team so dangerous is everybody can shoot the 3 ball, and it doesn't help when everybody is on, as they've been tonight. There's Kuminga, the cum bucket, in for the slam. Don't know how people feel about that nickname, but I think for now we're going to roll with it because it's funny. Buddy Hield, left corner 3 is good. Buddy Buckets is on the board. He cuts the lead in half, 24-21. Draymond Green with it, guarded by Derek White. That one is denied. Buddy Hield gets it back, though, out to Draymond. Gets it back to Buddy Hield. Backs down on Jaylen Brown. Over to DeAnthony Melton. Melton on the drive. Out to Hield. Left wing 3 for the tie. Back-to-back triples for Buddy Hield. We're knotted up at 24. Warriors now looking for the lead, but it's intercepted by Jaylen Brown. Looney looks to keep up stride for stride. He does. Forces the miss, but Tingus Pingus is there with the rebound and the putback. Nice play by Kristaps Porzingis. Boston ahead by 2. The Warriors will get the last shot. It's Draymond Green for 3, and that one is no good. A low-scoring defensive first quarter, as one might have expected. Physical game so far, but the officials are not calling many fouls. 26-24. Boston with the lead into the second. Curry, step back. Long-range 3 is good. And Steph Curry's got 11, picking up where he left off since the first quarter, but the lead will not last long. Jason Tatum drills the 3, 31-29. Here is Kuminga with it, guarded by Al Horford. Kuminga's quicker than Al Horford, and he knows it. In for the layup, his second basket of the game, and we're tied at 31. Kuminga out to Trace Jackson-Davis. He finds DeAnthony Melton with the wide-open lane, and Melton is on the board. That'll put Golden State ahead, 33-31. Boston will inbound it. Old man Al Horford gets it to Porzingis, and he is in for the slam. As Trace Jackson-Davis wanted to play the ball there, it backfires, and he never recaptures his footing. Here's Curry, step back again. He's a magician. Call him Houdini. Another 3 for Stephen Curry. 36-35, Golden State ahead. Drew Holiday floats it up and in. The reverse layup and the foul. And one as he's flexing on him. Boston up by a pair. 38-36. Gary Payton II getting some playing time with some of these injuries. Out to Curry. Corner 3 for Draymond Green is good. And the Warriors are back ahead. Both teams trading the lead back and forth, playing hot potato with it. Here is Porzingis, guarded by Looney, and that one is good. Off-balance shot for Porzingis, but you got to remember, he is 6 inches taller, taking advantage of the size mismatch. Why does the tallest player on this team have to be 6'9"? Peyton Pritchard hits the corner 3, 43-39, halfway through the second quarter. Podziemski inside, throws that one up, it's no good, gets his own miss, and is there with the putback. Podziemski was a really good rebounder last year as a rookie, showing it there. And it's a 2-point game. Luke Cornett with it, the big man, out to Derek White for 3. That one is good, nothing but net. 5-point lead in favor of Boston. 46-41, Brandon Podziemski with it. Pull-up jumper is good. Long 2 falls for Podziemski. The Warriors have shot the ball pretty well this season on the move. Podziemski looks to do it again. Why not another? Step back 3 for Pods, running the offense with Curry out of the game. And, well, he looks a whole lot like Curry, who sends his check back in, guarding Porzingis. That means there's a mismatch leading to the double, leading to Peyton Pritchard being wide open for 3. 52-48, Kuminga wide open lane, layup is good. Nice move there by Jonathan Kuminga, fooling the Boston defense, leading to nobody in the paint to stop him. 54-50, Curry with it, he's got 16 tonight. Looks to get some space here in the isolation. Curry, 3. Jackpot! 1-point game, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. Honestly, all things considered, I'm really impressed. We're facing off against the best team in the league, on the road, major home court advantage. It's easy to get heckled, considering half the fans here just came back from their local clan meeting. I think defensively we've been really solid. The Celtics are shooting under 50% from the field. We're not stopping the three ball, but really anything inside the arc, the Warriors have defended it at a very high level, so it's fitting when Derek White is wide open in transition for three, he's going to make it without issue. 57-53. Here's Draymond guarded by Jaylen Brown. Here's Draymond inside, trying to show his power, playing some bully ball. And he is in for the layup, 55-59. Podziemski with it. He is intercepted. One thing the Warriors have been sloppy with is the turnovers. Already 9 so far. As Tatum hits the mid-range on the other end, gets a nice bounce off the back iron. 6-point game now. Derek White with it. Inside, Podziemski tries to draw the charge, but his feet were not set. And one for Derek White. A big start to the third quarter for the Celtics, but they're not done. Derek White again. He's got 9 points in the third already. That time from 3, and the Celtics are up by a dozen. Warriors got to go on another nice run, similar to the Portland game, down by double digits early in the third as Curry makes the contested floater. 67-57. Here is Sam Hauser with it for 3. That one is good. The big difference between the last game and now this one is that we're not playing against the baby Blazers. We're going up against the Celtics, who are more equipped to hold this lead. What they cannot hold is Steph Curry. A step back 3 for Steph. He's got 24. And the lead is back within 10. But Boston says, what you can do, we can do better. Jason Tatum answers with a 3 of his own. 9-point game now, 73-64. Big possession for the Warriors, trying to get on a little run. And Kuminga is in with the and one. He did miss the 3 throw, but overall the Warriors are shooting it a lot better from the line tonight. But Hauser responds. One-ups Kuminga with an and one of his own. He would make the shot from the line. 77-66. Here's Kuminga off the screen. Very well-designed play there by the Warriors. Kuminga executes it perfectly, hits the top of the key 3. He's now got 13 points, but he misses the layup inside. He had an open shooter on the wing, but didn't see him to make the pass out. On the other end, Brown, Horford, easy slam. Nobody inside to guard him. 79-69. 3:25 left to go in the third. Screen for Jaylen Brown, the reigning finals MVP. Over Moody, that one is good, and it is a 12-point game. Here comes Golden State. Gary Payton II with it, trying to show off his impressive speed on the drive, in for the slam. I did not realize how fast Gary Payton II was, but boy, he can move. Now, unfortunately, Gary Payton II is currently playing the 4. Keep in mind, he's 6'2". That just kind of shows where our team at is in terms of size. Derek White hits the open corner 3, 13-point game. Melton responds with an and one, though. Jaylen Brown called for the foul. 74-84 off the 3 throw. Payton in the corner. 3 is no good. Trace Jackson-Davis with the rebound. He gets it over to DeAnthony Melton. Second chance opportunity here for Golden State. Moses Moody. Layup is good, and it's an 8-point game. Good job there by Jackson-Davis to keep the possession alive. And a nice play inside by Moses Moody off the drive. Tatum looks to respond. Pump fake, passes it out to the rookie, Baylor Shireman. Drafted at the end of the first round out of Creighton. His 3 is no good. Final seconds of the third. It's Podziemski with it. Over to Melton in the corner. That one is no good. Not a great third quarter there for the Warriors. The defense kind of sputtered a little bit. Boston continuing to shoot well from deep, as it's an 8-point game going into the fourth. Buddy Hield, pull-up J is good. The Warriors have been highly efficient so far this season on pull-up jumpers, especially long 2s, which is not regularly a good shot to make, but if it goes in, it goes in. Speaking of going in, Jason Tatum hits another 3. 9-point game off the inbound. Curry, pump fake, sidestep, triple, it's good! Steph Curry with another 3, lead within 6. Following Warriors possession, Buddy Hield with it, out to Moody. He gets it to Curry. Step back. Pulls from 30, and it's good! Steph Curry is just toying with this team now. He is throwing up junk, and everything is falling. 3-point game. Tatum from deep. It's good. The reason why the Warriors have not been able to go on a run today, because it seems like once they hit a huge shot, Boston's right back on the other end with a 3 of their own. 6-point game. Buddy Hield with it on the wing, guarded by Holiday. Step back. They're hot! The Warriors are hitting every shot in the book from deep right now. One-score game. Curry with it now. Over to Kuminga. Melton for the tie. Bang! Lightning in a bottle is this offense. The three-point shooting is contagious. Buddy Hield for the lead. It's good. Golden State looks unstoppable right now. Their defense has played well over the last couple of minutes, and the offense is making everything. Finally a miss, but Looney's there with the putback dunk. 12 rebounds tonight for Kevon Looney. He's done a great job on the boards. 94-92. Tatum. Huge three to put Boston back ahead, and they needed that one badly. 1-point game. Curry with it on the drive. Layup is good from his left. He's got 32. 96-95. Tatum guarded by Steph. That's a mismatch in favor of Boston. Tatum goes for the mid-ranger, and it's good. Leave it to Jason Tatum to have a mismatch and still shoot a contested mid-ranger. I get the shot went in, but he is never beating the allegations. Derek White hits another three. How many is he going to make? It feels like he's drilled in like 10 from deep as Tatum has to steal. Out to Holiday. Under 3 to go. 4-point Celtics lead. Holiday in traffic. Makes the layup, and Boston's right back up by 6. That big 5-minute run early in the fourth quarter from Golden State is completely evaporated. The offense has cooled off. The defense has sputtered. Nice play there by Steph. Contested layup. He's got 34. 2-point game now, 102-100. Warriors are not out of it. Tatum for 3. Off the screen. It is good. Another triple for Boston as they continue to shoot the three ball at a high level. It's been the case the entire game. Curry, pull-up jumper. That one falls in. Remains a one-possession contest, 105-102. Kuminga out to Hield. 3 for the tie. No good. Trace Jackson-Davis with the offensive rebound. He gets it over to Jonathan Kuminga. Look at the size mismatch with Derek White. And Kuminga takes him to the woodshed. He's got 15 points. Kuminga's been really efficient so far this year, currently leading the Warriors in field goal percentage, making nearly 2/3 of his shots through 9 games this season as Tatum makes it a 3-point contest with 45 seconds to go. What's the plan here on this possession for the Warriors? I feel like number 30 has to be the guy to shoot the ball. Pass is tipped and stolen, though, by Holiday. Draymond thought he could fit the pass in the tight window, and it's off the mark to make it a 2-possession game. Tatum misses. Big stop for Draymond. Still a 3-point game with 25 to go. Draymond with it on the drive. He gets it over to Kuminga. The Warriors know they got to get this in the hands of Steph Curry, though. He needs to be the one to take the shot. Kuminga back to Curry, under 14 seconds now. Got to do something quick. Curry off the dribble for the tie. No good! Rebounded by Porzingis. He is fouled by Trace Jackson-Davis. And now the Celtics appear to be in position to win this game with 8 seconds left as Holiday is fouled by Jonathan Kuminga, and he will go to the line to shoot 2. First one for Drew is good. It rattles in, and it is a 4-point lead for Boston. Second one for Holiday, he will rattle in again. 5-point lead, and the Warriors used their last timeout. They have to score here or else the game is essentially over. So we need our floor spacers in the game. We're going to have Podziemski in over Draymond. Obviously, Steph Curry's going to be the one to shoot the ball. We got to get him open. And the idea of having 3 other guys who can space the floor with him is that hopefully he'll have some room to take an open 3. Sure enough, he does, but it's no good. Rebounded by Tatum. He is fouled by Kuminga with 2.5 seconds left, and I think it's safe to say this game is over as Tatum gets embraced by the home crowd. Leave it to Jason Tatum to get MVP chance and miss both 3 throws, as I didn't mean to call the timeout, but apparently we did. It's a technical foul on Golden State for calling a timeout they don't have. So Derek White will add to the lead for Boston with 3/10 of a second left. They will inbound it, and this game is now officially over in just a second. Porzingis taking his sweet old time, and there you go. We've got a final 110-104 here in Boston. The reigning champion Celtics defeat Golden State, and the Warriors now fall to 500 with a record of 4-4. I'm still proud of the team's effort. We were in this game until the final 10 seconds on the road in Boston against the best team in basketball. So even though we lost, I feel like this is a good loss with a lot of positives we can take away. Steph Curry, in fact, is that guy. I will say, rough fourth quarter. Missed his last 4 threes after starting 8 for 10. Kuminga was solid, 15 points, albeit on 15 shots. Buddy Hield had a good game. Podziemski was pretty solid, although inefficient, 11 points on 11 shots. Otherwise, nobody was that impressive. I thought Kevon Looney was pretty good on the glass, 13 rebounds, and nobody else really stood out positively or negatively. The three-point shooting was good for us, but it was even better for Boston. They shot the lights out from deep, and we only shot 8 free throws. Something I noticed is that we didn't get many foul calls. There were a lot of plays in contact that there was no whistle. It was somewhat consistent. Boston only took 18 free throws, many of those coming towards the end of the game. But I will say I feel like this game was called a little bit unfair. I'm not one to blame the officials, but there were some calls I think they wish they had back. Let's simulate these next 2 games on the road against Cleveland and OKC. Hopefully we can make a statement and win at least one of them, as Kyle Harrison is back, but now Gary Payton is hurt, as is Moses Moody. Both of them with back sprains. They'll be out for a week or 2. We lose to Cleveland, but we blow out the Thunder on the road by 38. I think Oklahoma City's the second best team in basketball other than Boston, so that's an impressive win. And the interesting thing here is that we sat Draymond Green for this game. He had been fatigued. I decided to give him the day off. And, well, we did not miss a beat with him not playing. Brandon Podziemski with a 30-piece, missing just 1 shot from the field. He had maybe the best game of his NBA career. 27 for Curry, 19 for Buddy Hield. TJD, Anderson, and Kuminga also in the double figures. And even on a night where D'Anthony Melton went 0 for 9, we still had our best offensive outpour of the entire season against maybe, not even maybe, I would say the best defensive personnel in the NBA. That Oklahoma City lineup has so many all-defensive caliber players, and we scored 135 points on them with no Draymond Green and D'Anthony Melton showing up as a construction worker. Next time around, we'll be kicking off the in-season tournament. I'm really excited to see how this goes because we didn't get to do it last year in the Blazers series because I started the franchise before the in-season tournament was put in the game. So I'm excited to see how it impacts the series. We've got some fun matchups within the NBA Cup. Dallas, Memphis, and New Orleans coming up within the next couple of weeks. Hope everyone enjoyed this episode. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out.